Okay, you guys. So I spilled some water on my little page here, and so I decided I'm going to go ahead and transfer this onto here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color in the squares that we've already got, and I have holly, so I'm just going to go ahead and color in my holly square real quick. So I went ahead and just printed off a new one. And today is number 5, you guys. And so we have to go ahead and see what we've got for number 5. I'm going to go ahead and, like on here, I have these like numbered, like the day that we did these on. So that way I keep up with it. I know where I know which one was for which day. So so I thought for me, I just figure that that's kind of, you know, a little bit easy for me. And so anyway, that way I know where I'm at day 4, day 5, and so on. And so I am going to, I'm just coloring these in. Then I'm going to grab my pen. Well, actually, I'm going to grab, okay, so my video cut out because my storage was full. So I went ahead and deleted some things. And now what we're going to do is I went ahead and dated everything. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing, like, this was day 1 was the stockings. Day 2 was the holly where I did the cutting board. And day 3 was the presents where I did the burlap bags for my presents. And then day 4 was the ornaments, and oh my gosh, those turned out so cute. So I've been doing that. So if you guys have any questions or, you know, anything that you want to know, everything is kind of like on here. So so next we got to do day 5 today, you guys. So let's go ahead. I have all of the squares cut up in my little box, and I'm going to shake it up. Oh my gosh. So hope we get a wreath or, you know, something. So if we do, we get frosty. So you guys, oh my gosh, I'm super excited. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and we're just going to mix these up. I'm going to pick one, and holiday season. Oh my gosh. I have no idea what to do with that. Holiday season. I guess it's kind of like whatever, right? Like, and oh my gosh, you guys, it goes right there. So I'm going to go ahead and color this because that's what we're doing. We are doing day 5, and that is holiday season. So we're going to go ahead and put day 5 on here. So day number 5. I'm definitely going to have to figure that out. I have no idea, you guys, what to do for holiday season. So this just goes in the trash. We don't have to, since we're going to go ahead and color our little card here. I have no idea what to do for that. I'm kind of at a loss. So we're going to close this back up, put this off to the side. So holiday season, you guys, I will be thinking about this, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So to start off with, I found this little frame that I bought over at Walmart for about $1, and it was in their clearance section. And then it had this frame on the back side of it. And so I went ahead and just grabbed my scissors and took the frame off so we would have a flat surface in the back of what we're making. So here is
where I went ahead and I started peeling off some of the paper that is around the edges. And so what I did is I just went ahead and grabbed my nail file and I filed the edges so the paper would come off. And then I did go ahead and I eventually found my little scraper, my razor scraper, and I went ahead and used that to help get off the rest of the stickers and things like that. So I couldn't find it before, and so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and use this little, my little tweezers that I've got here that are pretty sharp. So that kind of helped a little bit, but I did end up finding the little razor, and that kind of helped a lot getting off the stickers and stuff in this area where we're going to be decorating our little tree ornament for our holiday season. And so I've never done one of these before, and so I think this is gonna, I'm hoping that this turns out really cute.
Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and I took off the backing, most of the backing from here, and I just grabbed my nail file and I just scraped it across here. And that kind of helped peel the paper away from the edges. And then I went ahead and took my little razor and just kind of scraped across here to remove any of the tags and stuff. And then what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and just paint this. So I want to paint just the edges here. And I'm not going to worry too much about this area here because we're going to be working in here. So I just want like this to be painted in here for now. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my white paint. Again, I'm just going to go ahead. I just want to paint this part here because the paper, I cut it at 5 1/8 by 7, and it seems like it fits really well. So, but I think on the top or the bottom part, it might show just a bit of this. And if this is white, it won't show as much with, the brown won't show. So on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint this around here. You don't really need to paint the whole inside. So if you find a little frame like this or like a little shadow box, you can definitely do things like this. And it doesn't take much time at all. So just to go ahead and paint everything. So now I'm just going to go ahead and paint the inside of this. And I'll probably go ahead and put 2 coats on here. So this is going to be our holiday season little project. I couldn't think of what to make for the holiday season. That one was a tough one, you guys. I mean, and I know that kind of is a all around kind of craft theme. Holiday season, we could have did anything, but I wanted to, just in case, I am saving one of my crafts just in case I get it. So I didn't want to use it for that because I thought, as soon as I use it, I'll probably get that, and then I'll have to, think of something else. So yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead, and I did go on Pinterest to kind of get some inspiration. So there was a couple of different things that I was thinking about making, but I thought, you know what, this this was pretty cute, and I thought this would be a really nice decor. And I know a lot of people do like green and red and, gold and silver. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just do this. So we'll go ahead and get this going here with the um, rose gold and the gold. So I hope this turns out because I've never done one before. So it's making a little tree out of Christmas balls. And I know that a lot of people use, like I've seen them done in bigger, Christmas balls, but never small ones, like a tiny one like this. At least I didn't see anything like that on Pinterest. So that's why I was kind of like, well, let's go ahead and see what we can do with these. And these have been just sitting there for a while, and I thought, let's go ahead and use them, Let's go ahead and get them used up. I'm trying to use a lot of stuff this year in my stash, and probably next year too. Next year, I will probably focus on a little bit more items that I haven't been able to create or finish creating. So I'll probably do a lot of that. I don't know if you guys have a lot of things that you've started and not finished, but I had planned on doing that this year, and I did do some of that, but I didn't get all the way through everything that I wanted to finish to create. And so definitely I need to start focusing more on some other things. So I am going to go ahead and place this here and just glue this down. So I'm just going to put that there and let it fall right inside there. And I know the paint is still wet and everything, and actually that kind of helps seal down the paper. So I'm kind of, yeah, I don't mind it being tacky and helping to seal down the paper at all. I'm just getting my fingernail and placing that in there, and I've got some white stuff, white paint on my fingernail. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my little scraper and just scrape this, and a lot of people always ask me like what I'm using, and these are actually Pampered Chef scrapers. So yeah, if sometimes how you order things from Pampered Chef, you'll get like a scraper for free, or whatever. And so back in the day, I used to host a lot of Pampered Chef parties. I didn't sell it. I was just a hostess. And so I always got these like little scrapers. And so I had like a ton of them. So I thought, you know what? These would be great for burnishing down things, right? So, okay, so there is our little tree thing is going to be starting in here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out a piece of either cardboard or something for my little tree trunk, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, so for the tree trunk, I went ahead and just cut this out from a boxed flap. And I think it may measure about maybe 1.5 inches or maybe close to 2 inches. And then it's about um, maybe 2.5 or 2 inches long. It's not very long. I didn't really measure it. I just kind of eyeballed it and just cut it out. And then what I did is I just took my vintage photo distress spray stain and I just spritzed it and then kind of rubbed the stain all over the cardboard to get it that dark brown. So now for this next part, I went ahead and just started placing the little bulbs down and the little foam glitter balls down. And I started on one side and I should have actually started like in the middle and then kind of branched out a little bit. But this isn't the first time that I've ever made one of these and I wasn't sure how or where to start. So I just started putting stuff down. So if you've made one before, let me know because yeah, this is the first one I've ever made and I've always seen these and I think they're so pretty. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try it. And I was kind of torn between a couple of different uh, things I wanted to make. And I thought this one was something that was a challenge to me since I've never made one. And so I thought, well, let's try it. So I hope that this gives you some inspiration and then also gives you like a chance on where to start and, and how to lay down the bulbs inside of your little box or whatever you're using, your frame. So here what I did is, like I said, I started on one side and it looked really good and it was shaping up really nice. And then the other side was not shaping up like I wanted it to. And then it started becoming kind of short. So and we have this long trace, you know, bottom of the tree trunk, and the tree was coming out really small. So I thought, oh gosh, now I got to add more to the sides, so that way it kind of balances out, right? So I started adding more to the sides, but I couldn't quite get the right side to look like the left side. So so that was kind of a little issue. And as I was putting them on, I kept trying to expand it a little bit more. And I actually saw one tree. I don't know how they did it, but somebody had, I'm assuming what they did was they took their little flat back pearl string and they made it into a triangle and then stuck off all their bulbs inside of it. So that way, of course, if when you have a start out with a triangle, it's going to be more symmetrical. So it's going to be, you know, um, look like a tree. Basically, mine did not look like a tree. Mine just kind of looked like a bunch of little things all over the place. So I was trying really hard to get the little balls where would they go. And I guess that's kind of one thing about crafting that I don't know that I kind of like because you challenge yourself. Sometimes it's really nice to get out of that comfort zone and to try something new that may be a little bit hard for you to do. And you kind of grow from that. You learn and then maybe you make another one and it's not as bad as the first one. So I kept putting my hands in a triangle to try to kind of get more like centered on how to get my tree to um, come into that little triangle phase. um, so yeah, so like I said, it just kind of grew on me, so to speak, that this little tree was just, kind of like I said, all over the place. And some things were not going as well as I wanted them to go, but that's okay. It still came out pretty cute. I mean, it's still pretty, and I really like it. And you'll see later, I really had a problem with the star because the star was a little bit bigger than what I wanted it to be, but I didn't have anything else to place in the star or as a star for the tree. But then, after I did the tree, and I have already recorded this and all that, I actually found a little pendant that had like rhinestones on it, you know, those little rhinestone pendants that you can get. And that would have been, and it was big enough to be the star for the tree. And I thought, oh, I should have used that. And but that's okay. Maybe I can use it on my next one. So, and again, like I said, I just started clipping off all these little balls from the little branches that I had there and putting them all over on top of the bigger balls. And so this was really fun to make. It was really relaxing, to tell you the truth, and just kind of, you know, get your creative juices flowing. So here I kind of felt like I was almost done with this tree. Again, I liked how it looked. I felt like it wasn't like it looked like a tree but didn't look like a tree. And I think it was because I felt like um the tree trunk was a little bit taller than really what I wanted. And so I just felt like it needed more at the bottom part. Um, and the star I felt was, like I said, it was a little bit too big, bigger than what I wanted. But at that time, I didn't know what else to use. So I just went ahead and used this star. But you can definitely look for something smaller if you want. Again, this frame is like 5 by 7, so it's a pretty small frame. It's not very large, but you can use any size you want. And so here I decided to not be done yet, and I decided to go ahead and glue the tree on. But after I glue the tree on, I'm definitely going to go ahead and add to the bottom. Now this star was it was kind of puffy. It was not a flat star, and I didn't want to cut it in half. I just left it like it was because it was really pretty, and I didn't want to take a chance on messing it up. So as I said, I thought I was kind of done, but then I started looking at the tree, and I thought, you know, it just needs one more row at the bottom. So I went ahead and grabbed some more little items. I had put everything away, and and then I went ahead and just took some things out and just started snipping and cutting and getting things put down on this tree at the bottom, so that way it looked more, I don't want to say more full, but it definitely evened it out a little bit more.
So this is for the holiday season theme that we picked out for the bingo card this time. And so this again is day 5, and I'm super excited. And so you go check out my friend Rosa Kelly's channel and see what she made today. I would really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I have some more fun crafting videos for you from my playlist from past 12 Days of Christmas YouTube Pops.